just let me update that 1 second, boys. I mean, hopefully we get the break luminance. That's not the break list for the luminance that's up, but that's a break list from luminance. All right, boys. We have break 425. We have other breaks that are open, so we can break some more today. I will post an interest post. So I'll have another 15 spotter, as well as I'm going to do a cheaper prospect break. It's gonna be 30 teams because there's no way for me to, in my personal opinion, run a 15 spotter because the prospects are kind of random in it. But I'm gonna do some stars and stripes, prism draft picks, as well as maybe I'll throw a Bowman Sapphire in there since it's 30 spots. It shouldn't up the price that much. But that way it gives a lot of autographs and some chance at Bowman Sapphire for some of the guys that are looking to collect autographs but don't want to get in for the same price as Bowman. But the stars and stripes as well as the prism draft picks is a pretty nice way to get a good chance at a lot of autographs, in my opinion. The stars and stripes has this class, so it has guys like Jackson Holiday, Drew Jones, the guy that Tamar Johnson, that's his name, right? Maybe I messed up his last name. The guy the Pirates picked 4th overall. As well as it has, like, Nomar Garcia-Parra has an autograph in. I don't know why he does, but he does. Anyways, for this break, we got a 15 spotter, and I had to restart my computer so the camera does not hold the non-autofocus. And nobody likes autofocus around these parts. So we fix that so you don't look like you're about to get a headache. Get your autograph guesses and you get $10 break rating and autograph guesses correctly. We got my man Cal Ripken Jr. here. Ben Baller Project 2020, the Charm City edition. Give him a nice rub on the 7 boxer here. It is going to be 4 boxes of Clearly Authentic 2022. I do have like a case and a half of this still. It's a 20-box case. So I got another case in, and I have, I believe, like still half a case from the original case. We have Select Baseball 2022. I have more than half a case of this as well. One of my favorite products of the year. Then we have Old Faithful. It's become an Old Faithful in the group here. One of my favorite products I did release, even if we had to wait over a year for them. The 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary Edition. Hobby boxes. 1 autograph per box. We'll start off with these. Well, one of these, and then we'll open the Clearly Authentic, go to Select, back to Platinum, and end with 3 Clearly Authentics. Just to keep it moving. Switch it up a little bit. Good luck to everybody that's in the break. The break list is on the left. Overhead camera is in the upper right-hand corner. So I should have tagged everybody that's in the break. I know it's an earlier break than normal, but that's because last night we were waiting on some people to pay, and I fell asleep because I was at softball all day, and then you come home and try to run around with a 16-month-old. And I was just tired. Plus, I did like a fantasy football draft while I was doing that, which is in itself, sitting around to pick a team can be boring if you're tired. I'm also trying not to just drink a bunch of energy drinks and be like bouncing off the wall. Although if you're into energy drinks and you don't mind your heart possibly exploding, you guys should try out. There's 2 different ones. I can't think of the one that PJ's been had a bunch of people try, but C4 came out. Used to be a pre-workout. I mean, the energy drinks are still pre-workouts in and of itself. Nah, it wasn't just you though. There's other people that need to settle as well. So, college football also boring as hell to watch, if I'm being honest. Until the games get better. Ohio State and Notre Dame, I guess, was an okay game last night, but early in the year, college football is so boring without some rivalries and in-division games. Definitely going to have to be more strict on some of the rules in the group. Not only with the pay-as-you-claim, but there's other stuff that, just to clarify everything, like shippings once a week, unless, if we get really busy, I'll make it more than once a week, but it's once a week unless we get really busy. I'm putting in that skunk protection I've talked about more than once for, if we have at least 5 breaks broken in a week. Probably going to be like an example of it. What it'll probably be like, you would get the option of like a light box, Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary, or like one of the International Blasters, something that's like around $100 in value, sealed. probably then something like a mega box and then a blaster for third place, or possibly like if you need some top loaders, like I do like $25 for the top loader, so get you like 100 top loaders and 100 sleeves or something like that is third place for skunk protection. It'll be based on you not hitting anything in any breaks you're in for the week, based on any spots. So let's say you get 4 spots in a break and 2 of them didn't get anything, you would have 2 entries into possibly getting skunk protection reward at the end of the week. But starting us off here, we got Chadwick Tromp, Hoke, Buster Posey, Goose Gossage, no mustache or beard, looking like a little baby. We got Walker Buehler, Marwin Gonzalez, Franimal, Derek Jeter on the X-Fractor. If Vinny's in here, he's not umpiring a baseball game right now. He just got a semi-chub seeing Derek Jeter on the X-Fractor. Really nice center, too, for Steve. Is there a chip for that? I was going to say. I'll tell you what, those C4 Starbursts, man, them things are addicting. You get yourself some strawberry Starburst flavored. Whew. We got Lee, Mazzilli, Loretta. Everyone knows the pink Starburst is the best. Shohei Ohtani, Kevin Newman, Evan White, Jack Morris. I watched a breaker one time that, well, I think it was Robbie was actually telling me a story about a breaker that had no clue who Jack Morris was. How do you break baseball and not know who a Hall of Fame pitcher is? We got Tyler O'Neill, Cody Whitley, and Joe Torre. It's one thing if you don't know some of these guys that are a little bit more obscure, like a Mitch Moreland. Like, who knows who Mitch Moreland is? Like, he's a role player, a role lefty, only bats when he faced right-handed pitching or whatever, but come on, Jack Morris? Dude's arm almost fell off in the 80s. We got Giancarlo Stanton, Luis Robert, Kyle Schwarber for the Nationals on the refractor, Kyle Seager, Austin Meadows, Julio Franco, Jesus Sanchez, Justin Dunn, Jose Barrios, Akiyama, Randy Johnson, Lachesi, Mazeroski, Luis Gonzalez, Manny Machado, Blake Snell, Espinal, Keibert Ruiz, Luis Urias for the Brewers on the refractor, Cabrera, Posada, Tanis, and Stan Musial. We have Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson. We have Mitch Garver, 85 out of 199 on the Blue Mini Diamonds. Going to the Twins. And Steve Samiego. Tom Hatch. Jose Canseco, Brandon Lowe. Mark Loretta on the teal wave for the Red Sox. I mean, I know Jack Morris was an 80s and 90s pitcher, but I know in the 80s he had like a bunch of complete games. We got Jose Ramirez. I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I really don't think his number supported it, but he's one of those guys that just pitched so much and he had great counting stats. We got Victor Gonzalez for wins. Clark Schmidt, Jordan Holloway, Shannon Stewart, Pete Fairbanks, Jeff Bagwell, Ernie Banks. But I guess that's why they say the Hall of Fame's about having a good career, not just a good couple seasons, because if not, Tim Linthicum would be in. We have Roy Oswalt. I mean, the guy has 3 World Series and 2 Cy Youngs, I think. Maybe 3 Cy Youngs. Willie Calhoun, Matt Carpenter, Sean Manaea, but he only had like 7 good seasons or 6 good seasons. Christian Yelich, Don Sutton, Brandon Nimmo, Ryan Yarbrough on the refractor, Samardzija, Dustin May. Speaking of college football, Samardzija was a tight end at Notre Dame. We have Sparky Anderson, Dean Kremer, Yandy Diaz, Bob Gibson with the nasty sideburns, Andre Dawson. For the Twins, we got Rod Carew, and I already know Steve Samiego's a happy boy because he's Pomanian, Rod Carew's Pomanian, and he has the Twins this time around. Gets the Rod Carew autograph. Although sometimes I wonder if Rod Carew has Parkinson's. Not that there's anything wrong with Parkinson's, just he always has a really shaky autograph nowadays. We got Lucas Sims, my bad. Mike Minor, Andre Scrub, Jay Bruner, one of the best arms in the outfield in the 90s. Roberto Clemente, one of the best arms in the outfield ever. We got Corey Seager, Tejada, Tyler Stevenson, Mitch Garver, Olivares, Aaron Hicks, Nathan Eovaldi, Joe Adele, Joey Gerber, Paredes, J.D. Brubaker, Joey Votto, Rizzuto, Dusty Baker. We got Joe Adele on the refractor. You guys think that Joey Votto is a Hall of Famer? Like, do you think he did enough to be in the Hall of Fame? Nice Joe Adele to the Angels and Kevin Britton. Rafael Furcal, Hunter Renfroe, Kyle Wright, and Candelario. And that's going to wrap up the first box of Platinum Anniversary. So a box of Clearly Authentic here. Uh-oh, that's a nice hit. Who got the Tigers? Robbie Coleman with the Tigers getting a Spencer Torkelson on the black. 33 out of 75. Little bit of a scratch on the one touch here, but nice hit for Robbie on the Torque. Get him out of Detroit so he can actually hit some bombs. That shitty park they play in. Oh, we'll go with a Platinum Anniversary. I was going to open Select, but I get so excited about opening Platinum Anniversary, I just went right to that. Like in my head, I was like, I want to open this. I like Select, though. Don't get me wrong. I already cut the seal. We got to go with it. I think Votto's a Hall of Famer. You look at his numbers, I mean, he led the league in batting average a bunch and had good on-base percentage. I think the last couple seasons probably will hurt him, though, because I don't think he finishes above 300 for batting average. But I think him winning the MVP one year, I think, really helped his argument. I think he'll have some good counting numbers. He could probably play till he's like 45, too, because the Reds kind of stink. I just like Joey Votto as a person. He's hilarious. If you were listening to any of his mic'd up stuff, he's so funny when he talks. He's a funny guy. That's coming from a Pirates fan. That's a really nice Torkelson. Rookie card, Clearly Authentic. Nice hit for Robbie. I would hold that. I wouldn't try to sell it right now or trade it. I mean, do you hold the not a lot of postseason numbers against Felix Hernandez from the Mariners, the pitcher? I mean, I think Felix Hernandez was maybe a little bit better caliber of a pitcher than what Votto is a player, but I mean, Felix Hernandez, I don't even think he pitched in the playoffs once, right? I mean, shit, he won the Cy Young one year with like an 8-16 record or something. Tell you what, this box was juiced. All right, let's go. We got Luke Weaver, Lou Boudreau, Cody Whitley, 48 out of 100, Albert Abreu for the Yankees on the Atomic Refractor Red. And Mike, there was 100% a base Phillies in the first box, and it was Roy Oswalt. At the very least, there was a Roy Oswalt in there, because I know these things. I'm not saying there was more than that. We have Nolan Ryan, Stever, Alfaro, Tyler O'Neill, Suarez, Clevenger, Scott Rowland, Nathan Eovaldi for the Refractor, Senzatella, Medina, Edwin Diaz, Santander, Spencer Howard, Ryan Mountcastle, Jorge Guzman, Michael Chavez, Yerman Mercedes, JBJ, Johnny Damon, Albert Pujols for the Angels, and Kevin Britton on the 58 out of 70 Speckle. Got Jesus Luzardo, Thurman Munson, Hendricks. Got Willie Adames for the Rays. Tim Wakefield, one of the best knuckleballers. Sheffield, Keuchel, Ron Goodry on the X-Fractor going to the Yankees. Can't just not count base cards because of their lineage. Dylan Carlson, Kirk, Alonzo, Taylor, Cody Bellinger, Luis Aparicio, Billy Williams, and Chris Bubik. Jordan Weems, Bert Bly-Levin, Paddock, Corbin Burns on the refractor, Frambar Valdez, Brian Reynolds, Merriweather, Whit Merrifield, Frank Thomas, Darryl Strawberry, Adam Eaton, Steve Rogers, Tyreek Skubal, Josh Hader, Chris Bryant, Hoskins, Syndergaard, Lazorda, Basebe, Greg Maddux with the glasses going to the Braves on the refractor. Have Ryu, Will Smith, Jared Weaver, Cole Hamels going to the Braves on the Aqua Wave. Oh, Robbie just joined. He didn't even see that he got a torque. Got Steve Garvey, Trevor Hoffman, and Tommy Pham. Jose Canseco going to the Athletics. Why somebody just doesn't pick the Athletics first outright doesn't make any sense to me at this point, but you know, don't control your guys' minds. Going to Steve Samiego on Jose Canseco. As I told you before, this box was juiced. That's what I meant, actually. Not that there's any crazy cards, just that Jose Canseco was the autograph. We got Veritek, Bruce Sutter, Florial, Verlander, Mo Vaughn, big Mo Vaughn, a big boy, Tommy John, Tyler Stevenson, and Daniel Murphy on the refractor. Roel Ramirez, Max Fried, Aaron Hicks, Tejada, Didi Gregorius, Melvin Mora, J.T. Brubaker, Evaldi, Walker, Diaz, Dusty Baker, Paredes, Dahlbeck, Widener, Franimal, Kyle Lewis on the refractor, Dylan Bundy, Tim Raines, Shohei Ohtani, and Kevin Newman for the Pirates. And that is the second box of Platinum Anniversary. We'll open another Clearly Authentic, then we'll go to Select. Got Torque in the first one. Let's see what we get in the second one. Robbie, no complaining about 6 base cards for whatever price this time around, bud. We're going to have Contreras, but this is very, very light on the Contreras. It's just the base. I thought it was going to be numbered because of how it looks, but going to the Pirates, he definitely signed the wrong side of the card because that's his autograph because it's Ronzi Contreras. He signed the back of the card. That's why I was confused. I thought it was a 101 printing plate because the autograph was backwards, but he just signed his cards backwards because he's goofy. He must have thought he was a lefty in this picture. Like, you know what handedness you are, bud. Anyway, going to the Pirates, a little bit unique that he put his autograph on here backwards and Steve Samiego. Rookie pitcher, he has good stuff. He's a Pirate, so, you know, right now he won't be too good. Hold him for 5 years. He'll be a Yankee. He'll win a World Series or go to the Astros and be the Cy Young. You know, typical Pirate stuff. Let's get into a box of Select. I can't believe he signed the cards on the wrong side. Sheesh. I'm looking at it, I'm like, is it a 101 printing plate? Like, I'm like, it's a really dark printing. I really like printing plate. Had me confused. Let's get into Select here. 2 autographs, 2 memorabilia. Good luck to everybody in this. I said one of my favorite cards of the year. Probably. You have to play for the Pirates first as a pitcher, then you turn into a stud. All the way back to the days of Jason Schmidt that got traded to the Giants. We got Connor Wong, Rhys Hoskins, Chris Taylor, speaking of bad trades, Shane Bays, rookie explosion, and Rami Gonzalez on the refractor. Going to the Rays. Who got the Rays this time? Steve Samigo. Y'all just leaving the Rays open. Like, whoever gets the Rays or the Pirates this time, Steve hit the jackpot on the random teams. Michael Cabrera, Franimal, Lucas Giolito. We have a 116 out of 250, Connor Wong, going to the Red Sox. And Steve. Everybody just wants to, Steve just wants to thank everybody for helping him cut down the cost of his personal break today. We have Alex Bregman on the Select Stars. Got Gavin Williams, Edmundo Sosa, O'Neal Cruz, Luke Williams on the tricolor, and Francisco Lindor on the insert. Luke Williams tricolor refractor is not numbered in baseball. It is numbered in football. By the way, speaking of Select, we have a football Select breakup. Surprised it hasn't filled, or at least the minis haven't started to fill. There's a few quarterback teams left. Get that bad boy filled up. Got Ryan McMahon, Tristan McKenzie, Marcus Semien, Edward Cabrera, Matt Olson for the Athletics on the teal, 80 out of 149. Yeah, I know Luke Williams is a Giant now or whatever. I know he got traded. A lot of young player movement when it comes to trading players. Football was crazy with the cuts, too. In football, they're cutting guys that are second. I cannot believe that Alex Leatherwood got cut. Did someone pick him up yet? We have Duvall, Evan Longoria. The Steelers should pick him up. They need to tackle. Enrique Hernandez, Freddie Peralta, Andrew Benintendi for the Royals. Giancarlo Stanton. Well, now you know how much baseball got pushed back. Mike Zunino, Akil Badu. All right, you cannot even complain, Robert. You can just shh. We have a 21 out of 81 John Schmaltz autograph. Selective signatures. Going to Robert Sellers. I'm sure Steve will trade you the Matt Olson for this John Schmaltz if you want. Patience, guys. Patience. Just have a little faith and patience. Nice John Schmaltz autograph going to the Braves. Got Brandon Marsh. Have Seth Beer. Madison Bumgarner, Luis Robert, Tommy Edman, and we got a Mikey Trout on the color match red. 190 out of 199 going to Kevin Britton and the Angels. Wasn't he the only closing starting pitcher of his era? I mean, Smoltz was very, very good, don't get me wrong, but it's because he came off was it shoulder or elbow surgery? I don't know, he did an interview about it one time saying why he had to close for a couple years. You got Shohei Ohtani, Raleigh Fingers, Herman Marquez, And Frankie Montez on the tricolor. Select Stars, Clayton Kershaw. Athletics here on the tricolor. Going to Steve. San Diego. Yeah, I thought he had surgery, though, in the offseason. They just needed a closer, so he came back to pitch because he could only throw an inning or two, right? Matt Brash, Brian Reynolds, Jake Cronenworth. We have a 94 out of 250, Jackson Kowar, going to the Royals. A little bit of print damage right there. I'm sure you can wipe it off with a terry cloth to clean it up a little bit for the Royals. And Josh Webb on the Jackson Kowar. Fernando Tatis Jr., phenomenal. Refractor for the Padres. Aaron Ashby, Joe Musgrove, Candelario, Drew Ellis, Anthony Desclafani on the refractor. I actually might have to buy some Tatis in the offseason when the prices drop. Kiner Falefa, Max Fried, Noah Syndergaard, Cal Quintrell, Brandon Lowe, 34 out of 35, going to the Rays. Only because I really do think that he's going to be forgiven. I think the best rotation that baseball ever see belonged to the Detroit Tigers for that one season, but they just couldn't keep it together at all. Corey Seager, Jordan Montgomery, Wade Miley. I have Rafael Devers. There's a really nice youth explosion here. 25 out of 99, Gabriel Moreno for the Blue Jays. I think he already got caught up the tricolor. Going to Dave on the Blue Jays. I think he's annoying when he announces Little League games. In the pros, I think he's okay. What four starters were Cy Young caliber? This one's going to the Cubbies, and Eric Sandquist, 86 out of 99. The one time Cecil doesn't get in here, we get a nice Cubby autograph. Ryan Sandberg using the red ink. I don't know if that was his choice or Topps told him to use it, but 86 out of 99, Ryan Sandberg. Nice hit there for the Cubbies and Eric Sandquist. All right, Robert Sellers, you're never allowed to bitch about a damn break for at least... You and Derek Noble are on like 2-month bans of crying when you don't hit anything in breaks. 4 out of 5, Ronald Acuna Jr. going to Robert Sellers on the Clearly Authentic. Nice hit here, buddy. I was going to say, no more I don't hit anything. Month ban. I was going to say, Ronald Acuna Jr., 4 out of 5. It's a nice one in the Clearly Authentic. The Orioles 20-game winners was nice. I think Jim Palmer's overrated, though. I was going to say, that's just my opinion. Let's go over the hits on the recap here. We got Brandon Lowe out of 35 for the Rays. Tricolor Frankie Montez. Connor Wong on the gray swatch. 116 out of 250 for the Red Sox. Cole Hamels on the Aqua Wave Refractor. Ron Guidry on the X-Fractor. And the Aqua Wave Refractor Mark Loretta. In the back row here, let's see what we got. There's no autographs. I'll grab the swatch